With hot-button words like outsourcing and registered engineer, the Tippecanoe County Surveyor's race is one of the most charged races at the local level. But what does that mean, and what do voters need to know before they cast a ballot? News 18's Dan Klein investigated and now sheds some light on the race and the debate.
Anyone can run for county surveyor, regardless of qualifications or experience, the same way anyone can run for sheriff or county commissioner. But the surveyor's office may be one of the least understood in the county. Current surveyor Zach Beasley breaks his office down into 3 areas. The first is visiting and, if needed, remarking section corners. It's the metallic circle in the concrete here at Yeager Road and Cumberland Avenue. There are almost 2,000 of them in Tippecanoe County, and by Indiana law, the office must check 5% of them every year. The second is constructing or reconstructing county-regulated drains, like this one, which is the Baker Dempsey Ditch crossing Morehouse Road. There are 800 miles of drains in the county. About 75% of them are underground. The third is reviewing drainage for new developments, everything from a homeowner adding a shed or a barn to major subdivisions and plan developments like this one at 720 Northwestern. Beasley is the only person in the race who can do all 3 jobs. He's facing a challenge in the Republican primary from Michael Doherty, who told News 18 earlier, if elected, he can save the county money. But other county officials disagree, and for now, Doherty is declining to speak. The work never seems to end for Tippecanoe County Surveyor Zach Beasley and his office staff of 9.
As a professional surveyor, I'm able to do everything this office needs to have happen.
But you may not know it based on the signs of his opponent in the Republican primary, Michael Doherty. Doherty is a registered engineer, but trained in electrical engineering. Beasley says that means Doherty cannot perpetuate section corners. Only a licensed surveyor can do that. And without training as a civil engineer, Doherty may not be qualified to oversee drainage projects and review developments.
To have an electrical engineer individual say, I can do the job, I just have a problem with it.
David Byers is running unopposed for re-election as county commissioner, which means he sits on the county drainage board too. The state's professional licensing agency could not comment on specifics in this race, but says it's always up to the licensed professional to decide what they're qualified to do. For example, a medical license looks the same whether you're a pediatrician or a brain surgeon.
If you're licensed as one particular profession, that's the scope of practice you have to stay within.
Doherty's charge of outsourcing refers to work done by Christopher B. Burke Engineering, much of it to review major subdivisions and plan developments. Beasley says over the last 15 years, the average amount paid is $77,000 per year. But that cost is completely paid for by developers, down to the penny.
It's the developer that is paying the bill, it's not the taxpayer.
Beasley says he's qualified to do the work. This is just the most cost-effective way, and the way the county has been doing business for almost 30 years, well before he got the job in 2010.
If the county surveyor were to try and take on all the review of all those projects, it would be very difficult to get the other work done that the county surveyor needs to do.
Burke Engineering has also been paid almost $900,000 to do hydrology and hydraulic studies of watersheds, like this one at Indian Creek. Beasley says it's a highly technical field. As for the cost,
is that appropriate?
Well, I think it's an easy answer. I mean, it's a matter of, it's an open bid project. They were the lowest bidder. They did the project. They gave us the results we wanted.
We do those studies to protect upstream and downstream landowners from future flooding. That is the sole importance of those projects.
Beasley believes the signs and charges from his opponent are unfair. So the Indiana Surveyor of the Year from 2014 will continue to do his job.
I see it as a political ploy.
I think it's much to do about nothing.
We reached out to Michael Doherty on Wednesday. He was out of town but agreed to do an interview Thursday evening via Skype. However, at the last second, he changed his mind, feeling like he would be ambushed with the data that we had. He says he will get back to us soon once he gathers information to back up his argument. Dan Klein, News 18.